Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to be fixing a MacBook. Because when I try to do other things other than fix a MacBook, like put together something for myself or have fun, it goes on fire. Solidifying the lesson that I should not take personal time to work on personal projects or have fun in any way, shape, or form. I exist to fix the MacBook. So I'm going to remove the coronavirus from this MacBook before I put it on the table. And then we're going to remove the screws from the MacBook. After we remove the screws from the MacBook, we are going to take the board out of the MacBook and then try and figure out why this MacBook doesn't turn on. Why, thank you, Thomason. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. You'll excuse me if I'm not in the highest of moods today, but life does go on. All right. I had a battery manufacturer today tell me that putting two batteries in parallel should never be done because it is incredibly, incredibly dangerous, especially through a bridge rectifier. So that having diodes that isolate the two batteries so that one cannot charge the other actually makes it, in their words, more dangerous. I ripped them such a new asshole. And I said, I really hope that you are not the person that puts together the battery, because if the person who actually assembles your batteries is as stupid as you, then that explains why the battery exploded. So I did my math. My psychoanalyst said that I used a max of 46 amps, peak the entire trip. That means each battery put out a max of 24. Now, this is 35 E cells, 20 series, 10 parallel. That means that each cell, at its max moment, put out 2.4 amps, like peak. The Samsung 35E cells are rated for 8 amps continuous. So that doesn't add up. But I learned a lesson. If EM3EV does not have or cannot make the battery that you want, do not buy the battery. If you take a look on EM3EV's website, they go through and they really show you how proud they are of batteries that are good. They show you how proud they are of batteries that are not piles of shit. Like, one moment. My drive has run out of space. Now has it? That is lame. Lame. Alright. How much space do we have now? Come on. What? 223? That's rubbish. Need more space. Nah. Delete you. Totally delete you. You're junk. You're kind of junk. Definitely junk. Definitely junk. Already posted you. Posted you. Okay, we're back in business. Yeah, if you take a look at EM3 EV batteries, they take so much pride in how they put their shit together. Just they don't always have what's needed. So someone else had recommended. But man, I am never buying a battery unless it's EM3 EV from now on. Fuck that. Okay, what the hell are you recording to that you keep running out of space? You're not out of space. You have 1.3 terabytes, you freaking... Okay. Boom. Not sure about LifePo 4, Arcan. Okay, so I have my power supply turned on. Turn on the good old-fashioned power supply software, get it showing on the screen. And we have 61 milliamps and no light on my charger. So we go from there. And awesome, Anonymous. I'll make sure to not set it on fire. Custom battery pack hobby. You know what the funny thing is? On the e-bike Discord, they asked me many times, why don't I make my own battery? And the specific reason that I gave is because I don't want to risk explosion since I don't have much experience. But given how poorly these packs from AliExpress are often put together, I genuinely believe if I put my mind to it, I could make way better battery packs than they do. Because this is pathetic. It's like, I've gotten battery packs where like I literally take it out of the box and I plug it into something and it goes on fire. Like, they're that bad. That was a while ago. This one actually lasted for, 3 weeks. But it's kind of sad because it was working at like 1/4 its capacity the entire time. Like, the peak power that I ever asked it for is 1/4 of its continuous capacity, which is kind of lame. So, and now I can't. The funny thing is I was actually going to go and take a little vacation to the bottom of Jersey, go visit Cape May or something, clear my head from New York shit on that bicycle and ride down there. No, I can't. I wanted to, go down the streets and all that, view stuff, see what the towns look like in between. And today was the day that I was getting my third battery that I was going to mount on there so I'd be able to make the trip in one charge. So today was the day that I'd actually been ready to leave. And literally 12 hours before that last piece I need arrives, shit goes on fire. It's just... It would have been better if it happened when I was out of town, Clay, because then it wouldn't have happened like right in front of my apartment door. Anyway, the company said that they are insured and they will cover my cost to what is, quote, reasonable. But they say that that it is absolutely 100% not them. But they also are so stupid that they say that putting batteries in parallel with a bridge rectifier makes it, quote, more dangerous, which is the stupidest thing that I've ever heard. I think, too, the unintelligent or misinformed bridge rectifier sounds scary. It sounds like something that kills or destroys, when in reality, it isolates. You're actually lessening the chance of something bad happening if you use that, because each battery is now being asked to deliver half of the current that it otherwise would have been if it was on its own. I sent Erica a message about this, but I think she is busy. She was actually dealing with them. I gave her my login, but there's no Erica right now. Eric is far away. I don't blame her. I almost set her on. Yeah, it's like when you almost set your girlfriend on fire, she might not exactly be excited about reading your messages right after you send them. You did every now and then. Okay, something is keeping this board in the case. What is keeping my board inside of the case? Is it liquid? Is it some stupid effing flex cable that's hiding somewhere that I can't see? Did you do something stupid? Oh, it's just sticky is all. Speaking of the person I almost set on fire, why hello, girlfriend. Or currently girlfriend. How are you? How are you doing? She's a good woman. She's an incredibly good woman. Because you know what I would do if I was dating someone and they almost set me on fire? I'd tell them to go fuck themselves, and I'd move on. But Erica is the type of woman that you could almost set on fire, and she actually helps mop up the area where you set it on fire. A round of applause in the chat, please, for the world's best girlfriend. Can we have a round of applause for the world's best girlfriend? A round of applause for the world's best girlfriend. I've dated women before where if we purchased a chair from a store and and she wanted it assembled immediately and it took me 10 minutes, she would stare over my shoulder and watch as I assembled the chair and then yell at me and then anxiously berate me for how it's being assembled until the point where I am so nervous that I put the left arm on the right side rather than the right arm on the right side. And then she goes, I knew it! I knew you couldn't assemble a chair! I knew it! And screams at me over a fucking chair. Erica is a woman that I could literally almost set on fire. And she's like, oh, don't worry, it'll be fine. No, I'm just glad you're okay. And like really kind of, you got to be careful about the people that you choose to spend your time and your life with. You really do. And it's worth it to find yourself someone like Erica. It really is. Like, for every one person out there that is an Erica, there's another 1,000 out there that are like my prior experience. And it takes some time. It really does. You know, it's not easy. But they are out there. And they really do make going through the happy and the sad parts of life considerably better. How about an order of takeout of whatever she wants on us? Okay, that's way too much, Thomas, and I don't deserve that. But I genuinely appreciate it. Thank you very much. But yeah, I think back to that moment where like, I keep going back to that moment where by the way, the other microphone that I have went on fire, so that's why you see this piece. This is the one that I kind of had to put back together with green shit on my face. Like, we buy a chair, and we bring it back home, and I'm assembling it, and she's just staring. Why isn't it done yet? Well, this have to, yeah! And then I get nervous, and I put the left arm on the right side, and the screaming occurs. And then, like, you just draft that to, like, I almost set this woman on fire, and she's like, oh, don't worry, it'll be okay. Here, let me just help you clean. Don't worry about it. I'm a lucky man. I'm a lucky guy. Okay, so... How about an order? Why, thank you, Thomason. At least now you can say you have experience doing your own stunts. Yes. I got a Moto G Play, actually. So for those asking about the phone. So this here is a Moto G Play. So I went to the Verizon store, and I said I want a new phone. And I wanted to buy a phone that was cheap, because I'm a cheapskate. I think in the modern day and age, if you spend more than $200 on a phone, you're either not quite sure of what you can get for under $200, or you've kind of bought a little bit too much into advertising. That's my opinion, and it likely offends many people, but such is life. I buy what I buy, you buy what you buy. He says, well, the only Motorola we have on display here are the Edge and this one. And I go, how much is it? And he goes, like 67 or something. If only the thermal sensor worked for Bafang. Yeah, the thermal sensor was in the motor, not the battery. There was no one in the battery. EM3V, by the way, has thermal sensors in their effing batteries. It individually fuses the cells. They individually fuse the cells. Hear that, UPP? Anyway. Where was I? Oh, I just found the corrosion. Beautiful. I should unplug it. Yeah, so they show me a phone, and they say, oh, it's $69 a month. And I said, no, I'm not interested. No, not monthly. What does the phone actually cost? He goes, $69 a month. And I go, no, like, what's the full cost? He says, $1,000. I'm like, get out! No! Where's the Moto G? And he says, well, this is the only one we have on display. Okay, so you have others in stock. See, I know the difference between display and in stock. I know the difference. Yeah, I just got to get the key to open it up. I'm like, yeah, I'll wait. He opens it up. I see a Moto G in the drawer. I'm like, yep, that one, the Moto G. And then he shows it to me. He scans it, and he says, oh, it's $169 total, right? Not monthly? And he's like, yeah. Like, that's what I'm talking about. $169. Liquid resistant. I can drop this shit It won't crack. I can throw it in an ocean. It'll still work. It's fast. It's not bloated. It's a Moto G. I love it. You can buy 5 of these for the price of one fucking iPhone. Anyway, it's got a fingerprint sensor on the back. I can look at it, and it logs me in just by looking at it or waving over it. It's really awesome. I love the Moto series of phones. Like the Moto G. Also, it tells when you pick it up, too. That LG G8, I bought it for $300 used, so don't get it twisted. I don't spend $700 on phones. But I could pick the shit... Like, literally, when I pick the phone up... Watch, so I turn it off. It's turned off. I pick it up, and it tells that I picked it up without hitting a button. That's fucking crazy. You could turn on the flashlight by doing this. So check this out. See that flashlight? Look at this. Look at this. It knows that I'm shaking it. I could turn on the flashlight without having to unlock the fucking phone, pull the thing down. Oh, which one of these is flashlight? Oh, this one. Oh, whoops, I didn't hit it because it's 3 in the morning and I'm tired. Nope. Dot, dot. Flashlight. Flashlight off. Flashlight. Flashlight off. It's cool. All right, so 66 milliamps are not working. What do we do? 66 milliamps are not working. What do we do? Never regret anything? Chance saved your life for the price of losses. Better have fun, so here's a buck of it. Why, thank you, Ruslan. I appreciate that. Anyway. This 60 milliamps, not turning on. What's wrong with it? Let's zoom in a little bit. Does it have 3 cameras on the back to show off to hot girls? I don't even know if it has a... Yeah, I guess it has this camera. And it has a flash and has a fingerprint reader. But you need more than 1 camera for it. 1 camera is good enough. In my day, you couldn't even see what the picture would look like until after you developed it. You should be happy that you have 1 camera where you could see what the output looks like. What are you, Van Gogh? Anyway. Look at this. Corroded! What is that stuff over there? Let's take a look and find out what that stuff is. What do we got here? What is this? What is this? Let's open up a board view. It's a tiny city. Yeah, but what? Yeah, it's more like New York City. Because you see how you got a city, but it's corroding from the inside? See that? See that? It's rotting from the inside and causing it to not work anymore. If you were to call this a little city, I would call this right over here Manhattan. So like this over here, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So over here, maybe I'd call this like Lincoln, Nebraska. I'd call this Manhattan, Brooklyn. Maybe a little bit of Chicago over there. A little bit of San Francisco over here. I would call... I'd say Texas is maybe around here. All right, so our corrosion is on PPV RTC underscore G3 hot. Now it's a G3 hot rail. As you can see, these are caps that are for PPV RTC G3 hot, the RTC, real-time clock, power rail going to the PCH. And I'm going to take a guess that there's a short circuit here. But let's not guess. Let's confirm. Let's use our multimeter using the amazing Paul Daniels' software. You know, I'm thinking that may be why my setup went on fire. I'm thinking that maybe I have not shown the proper appreciation to Paul Daniels over the years that he has deserved. Literally, as I say that, the software is not showing the multimeter on the screen. Tried to say something nice about you, Paul. Okay. Also, everyone, I hope you checked out Mr. Dr. Evil Genius's channel. It was fun having that conversation the other day. Slightly less productive than I usually am, but it was fun. It was worth it. And I think that you all would enjoy some of it. Most likely, if you listen to us talk back and forth for any period of time, at some point you're likely going to disagree greatly, or become offended, or dislike one of us. But if we're able to manage that, you may be entertained. I genuinely enjoyed that video. I really did. Some people said that you shouldn't post it because a lot of your viewership, you may lose a lot of, a good portion of your viewers or alienate them. And I just kind of laughed. My videos get viewed by 1 to 2% of my viewership as it is. What do you mean alienate my viewers? I have 98% of them that don't watch anything I post. LOL. And the funny thing about that, here's the thing that I find interesting when it comes to people discussing particular stuff like that. What I found funny, a man told me to delete the video because what if a woman hears it? However, my girlfriend listened to the conversation and she was smiling and then actually outright laughing. So that's what I find really kind of strange. Like, someone who is outside of Group X is offended on behalf of Group X for something that you say. But then Group X themselves actually listens and says, this is hysterical, I love this. Keep this up. If you want to walk in, you're more than welcome, but you have to buy it on the site and choose local pickup first. I have no way to take your money for that in person or to deduct it from inventory. It's something that I've thought of adding. It's just, I get one walk-in customer every 3 months. So coming up with, setting that up just has not been a priority for us at the moment. It's something I definitely would want to set up in the future. But right now I don't have a way to do it unless you buy it online and choose local pickup. That's me being lazy, and my apologies. But up until yesterday, I didn't even know that for 2 months my website was not even working if you use Firefox. So we're working on things. We're working on it. We're working on it for sure. And that definitely explained why sales were down. You could not log in or use Add to Cart or use Firefox as a browser. That tends to... I went from Magento 1 to Magento 2. The first person I hired to do it, it was someone that actually had done work with me back and forth and did a good job over 5 or 6 years, who pretty much pretended I didn't exist for a year and a half, and then said, I'm sorry, I spent your money on a developer that didn't do the job, and I don't have it anymore. And now I have no money to give you back. That I would sue if courts were open, but I can't. And I got someone else to do it, who did a 99% decent job, but I kind of sort of forgot that whole making it work in Firefox. Apparently that's an added feature. Yeah, the joys of doing business. The stories I'll have from my children. And that's just about fixed now with some other issues, but there's still some user experience stuff I gotta fix. Here's some dough to help buy a real motorcycle. Why, thank you. I'm kind of looking at getting a motorcycle license, but I think you have to get a car license first, which is going to be odd. Because, like, I see how some of the motorcycles and cars drive on the road. Man, if you guys can get a license, I can get a license. Shit, man, if an Uber driver can get a license, I can get a fucking license. However, driving a car is a motorcycle I am very, very comfortable with. Car, no idea. Why a motorcycle? Because I want one. Dr. Evil Genius says you can't be cancelled if you don't give in to pressure. Yeah, it's point taken. What is it that the guy says, Tyrion in Game of Thrones? If you wear it on your shoulder, it can never be used to hurt you. Yeah, UIW. I actually told him I will pay extra to have this particular pack made with Samsung 35E. And I did pay the extra. I think that's the part that pisses me off at the end of the day more than anything else. It's when I see, this seems to, I'm starting to get why people lowball, I really do. Because people will usually assume that I cheaped out. Same thing happened with Eugene, they assumed that I cheaped out. I actually did not go with the cheapest bid. I went with not the cheapest bid, but from a referral. If I had gone with the cheapest bid, it would have been 8,000 cheaper. And it's like same thing here. Like I didn't arrange by lowest price. Someone suggested in Discord, this is a battery vendor that makes some decent packs. You can message them for custom stuff. I message them and I say, hey, how much would it be to ensure that this has a 2-wire BMS and Samsung 35E cells? And they said, it's going to be expensive. I said, yeah, I don't, but it's cheaper than buying new nuts. So I don't care. Give me some Samsung 35E. I like me some Samsung 35E. So here's the weird thing. I measured for a short and there was none. Yet, I have a feeling this is going to work now after I turn it on. I'm actually going to be angry if I plug this in and it works because it means that life doesn't make sense. And there's been a lot lately that's been going on that just makes me believe that life doesn't make sense. And I don't like when life doesn't make sense. It's weird. Even if this works and I get to collect the money from fixing it, I'm not going to be happy because that means that things don't make any sense. And I don't like when things don't make sense. You saw, I measured. There was no short to ground there. None at all. Yet I'm going to plug this in, and because life makes no sense, it's going to work. And I'm going to be aggravated. I should be happy that it works. I should be happy. But I won't be. Okay. Let's see what we got. You piece of shit! Why? You weren't even shorted! How are you working? Ah! God damn you! That's absolute horseshit. There is no reason for that. Okay, well, before we were at a few kiloohms, and now instead of being a few kiloohms, we're at open line. But still, that's no. You're a low voltage line. You're a 3-volt line. I refuse to believe that several kiloohms is pulling you down to the point where you couldn't turn on. That's BS. Either way, it is what it is. It works now. It works now. It works now. I'm happy. Well, I'm happy as I can be today. That's it for today, and as always, I hope you learned something. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now! Cut! Cam, phone! Everybody yell at Cam to pick up the phone. Cam, phone! Cam, phone! You there we go. Training new people, man. Log into can you come into the company Discord? And then after you come into the company Discord, everybody ping Cam and say Cam phone. All at once, please. So there should be a link down below, I believe, for a company Discord. If not, it may be in the other videos. And everybody show up and say, Cam, phone! Yeah, I'll make an invite for you. Okay, also, it looks like we need some moderation in Twitch because we have some cunts there. But I don't have the Authy app installed yet because I just got this new phone. Shit. Fuck. Oh, here we go. Damn you, two-factor authentication. Okay. Damn, I'm gonna mod Mr. Evil Genius and make sure NZK is modded. Can you tell what my Twitch two-factor authentication code is by where I'm moving my hand? That would be awesome if anybody were able to actually do that. Okay, so let's see. I have to wait for NZK and Mr. Evil Genius to type something, and then I can mod them. Oh, he's already modded. Beautiful. Lovely. I couldn't tell. I was in my Restream chat window. Okay, once NZK says something, we'll have double mod in case there's another vile bunch of spam that shows up. Oh, you are modded. Beautiful. All right. So you'll be able to put forth some destruction on those spamming bastards. Okay, now I can get a link so that everybody can yell Cam phone. One moment, and yeah, because it's no fun yelling Cam phone on my own. It is much more fun to be able to yell Cam phone all the time. Okay, never expire. Max number of uses. No limit to uses. Generate a link. Holy shit, it's still ringing. Cam phone! Here. Go into general and just everybody all at once. Just Cam phone, Cam phone, Cam phone. Okay, fine. I give up. Actually, never mind. I see why he's not picking that one up. I see why he's also not picking that one up. You don't want to deal with existing customers. Okay, now I figured it out. Oh, now he's calling back because nobody picked up. Oh, Jesus. Okay. What should the discipline be? What should the discipline be if Cam doesn't pick up the phone? Let's decide it here and now. What do we do? We have to come up with something. Because he answers the tickets really fast. He is the only person I found in 2.5 years of trying to find someone who answers online tickets who just scrolls through them. Yet this meme of yelling Cam phone is becoming tiring. I need to figure out how to get him to pick up the phone. And that's the hardest part. The hardest part. Yeah, get him a Pine phone. Okay, well, I'm going to get him a Pine phone. I can't shoot him with a Nerf gun because he's 5,000 miles away. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to visit the UK, and I'm going to make him ride an electric bicycle that I put together. That sounds like something. Okay, next board. Been working on A1311s recently with Clonezilla and stuff recently. Internal DVD drives are dead. School won't buy new stuff. Wanted to throw them off the 3rd floor. Keep the good work. I just leave notes for this ticket. If you come to the UK, we will send you back. Don't send me. Why would you do that? I bring you COVID. Oh, man, they're really memeing Cam hard in Discord. That's kind of funny. Oh, yeah, you guys are oh, man, you guys killed him. You killed him. He's dead, man. He's already dead. You can stop now. You hear that? The phone's getting picked up on the first ring. Management. 343. All right. Let me just leave a note for this ticket. That is management. Fine, I'll get the fucking phone. How can I help you?
Hey, how are you?
How?
Is this Rossman?
This is Rossman. What can we do for you?
Yeah, I have a question for you. I think I saw somebody paired my MacBook Pro with an Android phone, and I didn't have an Android phone, and secondly, it also shows a sign-on at a time when I was not at home. And I'm wondering if you could take a look at the stuff and let me know if there has been unauthorized access to the phone, and maybe whether there's something running in the background.
There's honestly not much I'd really be able to do there. You're probably, I honestly wouldn't really know where to start with that. I'd probably try running a program like Malwarebytes. It's legally free. You just download Malwarebytes. It scans your computer to see if there's any kind of shit on it that's spying on you, or just general malware. But yeah, I wouldn't really have a way to certify that nobody has hacked you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I've already used that Malwarebytes. You didn't find anything.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Thank you very much.
All right. That I don't know what that is, but I don't know how to solve it. I don't know what his problem is, but I don't know how to solve it. Not quite sure what to do there. We got to grab the next machine. JT Zuni, if you think that the UK is screwed up because of people in charge, look at America. I get calls like that all day, Portrait, which is probably why Cam doesn't want to pick them up. But Cam has to pick them up. Because for every 50 of those calls, one of them will be money. And I want to pick up when the money is there. You need the money. The money is going to be there. You just got to beat the money out of the phone. You just, you look at the phone, you're like, money, 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 money. You look at the phone, you just beat the shit out of it until money comes out of it. That's the way this works. Okay, we got to fix the MacBook. But in order to get to the money, you have to you have to weed through all the bullshit. But yeah, I can't go through your life to figure out why your phone thinks you logged on from different computers or shit like that. That's a very, very complex problem. That's a you problem. Your fans call you. Yes, that's why I don't pick up the phone. That's why we have Cam and Kevin. There's a basic rule. Lewis is never here. And if you say Lewis is here, you're fired. Oh no, it's easy. It's very easy for them to say that when a live stream. I could be walking to the bathroom and you could see me and I'm not here. I'm a fucking illusion. I'm a hologram. I don't exist. I'm a figment of your imagination. I'm AI. Okay. I won't get anything done. It's impossible. I would never be able to get anything done. So, if someone calls and asks, is this Lewis? I learned my lesson. I just never. No. Because when I actually answer and it's me, it's a 15-minute conversation, and then the next customer calls, but the next customer is pissed off because now they're on hold because I can't answer the call for the person who's taking up my time for no reason. So, I need to be able to, we need to be able to churn through phone calls quick here. You hear how often that fucking thing rings. Ring, 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 all the time, all day long, all the time. And that's I have 2 people getting paid to pick up the phone. I forget what's today's date? Probably 3 today. Yeah, Shane, Kevin, Cam. So there's 3 people picking up the phone. And that's still the phone still gets owned by like that. So I have to make it seem like I care about you and your problem and really listen to you, but simultaneously get you the fuck off the phone as soon as humanly possible because there's another call right behind you. And it's a very delicate balance. You have to get people to feel like you care about them while simultaneously getting them off the phone in 20 seconds or less. It's a really difficult thing to do. But it's absolutely necessary. I need magnets. You have magnet?
Magnets?
Big magnets.
Big magnets?
Big magnet.
I have a couple.
I thank you. And usually people will wind up getting really offended. Or what really bothers me is when I tell people I have 3 people on hold right now, and they legit just don't care. They just start talking about their grandma or some what they do is they'll phone in their YouTube comment. That drives me fucking crazy. Don't phone in your YouTube comment. I think the last time I checked, my YouTube channel has 18,000 comments a day. If I got 18,000 15-minute phone calls a day, I'd be 75 years old by the end of the day if I had time to go through them all. All right. Someone says employ Erica to answer the phone as well. You know what I would do? I'd employ Erica to pretend that she's me. So we've had this joke since she started doing. So I was trying to get Erica to start lifting weights and working out, and she sent me a video of this South Korean bodybuilder, and she's really hot. She's in good shape. She lifts. She's muscular without it being too crazy. But then she talks, and she picks up the microphone and talks to everybody there. Very feminine-looking woman. I'm so honored to be here. It's great to be among all of you today. So Erica has this thing where she'll walk into a room and she'll make this little sound effect that she barely even notices. Like she'll say, hey, hey. But sometimes she'll just walk into a room and I don't even think she notices it. In a very, very low volume, she'll go. So every now and then when she walks in the room, I'll go. But yeah, her job is gonna be her job is gonna be becoming pretending that she's me for purposes of taking annoying phone calls that never stop coming in. So every now and then I kind of pick on her and I go, hey, joking with her that if she lifts weights with me that she's going to turn into the... This is the proper way to get attention. Yes. I built an e-bike for 6 months only to have it stolen not too long ago. I feel your pain. Yeah, I've had bikes stolen. When I lock them up in my neighborhood, they wind up stealing the gate that it's attached to or destroying it to get to the bike. It's crazy. But I'm going to just go back to doing that. What I'm thinking of doing, here's what I'm going to do. Check this out. I'm going to lock the bike outside because I don't want it to, God forbid, anything happen inside my building. However, I'm going to have a tablet that's charging using the e-bike battery with a video on display of the previous bike going on fire with a little note on it that says, if you steal this, this will happen to you. And don't believe me? Look behind you. And then they can see the door that looks like it got blasted in by an AK-47, and then they'll get it. All right. Cam, I did not cause the spam. You caused it by not picking up the phone. Do you think I want these people to spam you, Cam? I don't want these people to spam you, Cam. I care about you. I care about my Discord being a clean place. You made me do it. I didn't want to beat you, but you made me do it. You understand? Imperial versus metric as an American. I use Imperial because it makes more sense to me when it comes to temperature. So, when it comes to temperature, with Fahrenheit, you have 32 to 212. With Celsius, you have 0 to 100. And most air conditioners that I've used don't have the ability to adjust the temperature with a decimal point. So, you get slightly better accuracy or levels of gradation on your internal room temperature if you use Fahrenheit, if you're using a cheap air conditioner or a cheap HVAC system, which does not allow you to adjust the temperature to 19.2 or 19.3. So I use Fahrenheit, I use Imperial because it allows me greater accuracy for temperature because I have more units. Like 32 to 212 is more than 0 to 100. And sometimes it can be too cold or too hot. And someone said that argument is bullshit, but they did not propose a counter because they're probably a fucking moron, which is what most people in YouTube chat do when they don't have an argument. But that is YouTube chat for you. So we are going to get on to this board. Let's plug it in and see what is going on with it. So here we have a MacBook. Let's see how many amps it's using. It's actually already using 800, so it's already turning on, which kind of makes me wonder. Do we get something on the screen? Looks like we don't get a picture. Well, then again, I opened it. I started the machine while it was closed, so that could be it. Okay, let's see. Do I get a image? 5 volts. Do I get a backlight? Do I get a backlit? Do you keep stepping on a cable? No. Stepping on my floor. Okay. 0 volts. Backlight. MB is Frenchy here. Okay. I think I can see why we're not getting a backlight on this computer, but you tell me. Hello. Why, thank you, S. Grim. Backlight is not shorted to ground, so it's kind of strange. Let's see, what does the cable look like? Alright, so this cable has most certainly seen better days. You know, this cable kind of, you know, it doesn't look as bad as something that came off of my bike, but it does look like it has seen better days. How's the Pride, Lewis? I go off to the battery company. The battery company is in China, so there's not really much you can do to go after them. What you can do, here's the interesting thing. When Erica posted a video, they seemed really sensitive to it. And Erica has 2,000 subscribers. So, like, if you guys are really aggravated about the fact that there's a video of that at 2,000 subscribers, oh my God, have you seen my channel? Man, I may only have 1% viewer engagement. That's still 10 times. 5 to 10 times as much. Anyway. That's going to be interesting. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. Duke was a really amazing mentor of mine when it came to board repair. And what Duke said is that regardless of the job nowadays, very few people do their job well. Like he said, his idea is that probably in America, there's probably 100,000 people that like really go above and beyond to make sure the country keeps going and everybody else just kind of seems like they're along for the ride. But you got like a core 100,000 people that really keep shit running and doing most of the stuff. And like he said, for any job, regardless of what it is, no matter what the job is, it's very difficult to find people who will do it well. And like whether it's installing a floor, migrating a Magento site, building a battery, it really is hard to find people who will do a job somewhat well. Sometimes I kind of wonder, is the Genius Bar really what it is? Is the Genius Bar an outlier in modern American society, or is it just a symptom of a deeper problem in modern American society? You know, you cannot trust people to do a job properly, so set up a system that allows them to kind of get by without really having to do much at all. Assume the worst of everybody. Assume that everybody that you hire, that you meet, that you come in contact with, will do a shit job, and give them something that really doesn't require you to have any expectations of them. Set the expectations so low that no one can fail. You know, it does make me wonder. You got a solder ball next to that capacitor. That's interesting. For reasons I'm not allowed to talk about, my business has to change its name. Reminds it a big company too much of a fruit. Unfortunately, not kidding. That is very, very sad. No one should have that level of power in society, in my opinion. In my ignorant opinion, but just my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. I love your bicycle vlogs. Well, unfortunately, that bicycle is now in bicycle heaven. And the Zoom recorder, as well as that DPA microphone that I use to record audio, is also in a piece of carbon at the moment. Alright, so it looks like there is no short on backlight output. But I don't think the problem is a short circuit, actually. I think the problem is that the trace, I think that's gone. So you see how the area leading to pin 1, which is backlight, is kind of a different color than the rest? I'm kind of wondering if that's actually even able to pass power. So here's how I'm going to figure that out. I'm going to put the multimeter to beep mode. Now, I'm not opening the schematic to show you how I know this because I've done this in a million videos already, and right now I just don't feel like repeating myself. I'm sorry. But I want to see if the backlight output from these caps over here, and we're just going to zoom a little to show you that, has any continuity to the pin on the connector. I forget. I don't know what you're focusing on, camera. All right, it does. But you hear that? That's not steady. That's garbage. That's not a good trace. Okay, first of all, fuckface, I do have a compressor. Secondly, you overly sensitive little prick, get the fuck out of here. Go away. Alright, 1 second. We have to remove stupidity. I log in, and I remove stupidity. Oh my god. Where do we have this? Here we go, classic streaming. Where do... Kill... And you're gone! Yay! Okay. All right, where do we leave off? Ah, yes. So, the backlight from here to here, it has continuity, but it's not real continuity. What do you think they're going to do with all these empty storefronts? I don't know. You'll have to ask. I really think that... I think the building owners have so much money, they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. But they don't have to. But yes, for those who are curious. Yeah, I do have my limiter here. Beautiful. Is it this wire over here that's doing it? Let's see if I jiggle the wire. Test. No, it's not that. Yeah, I don't know. Someone just being an asshole for the sake of being an asshole. I don't know how you start watching a MacBook board repair channel and get into it if you're too stupid to set the volume on your computer. Anyway. So, this is not a real line anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm likely going to replace these caps over here that are kind of nasty, and then I'm going to run a wire over to backlight output, because backlight output looks very messed up. That trace is not good enough. Okay. First thing, before I do the rework, I probably should take the SSD out of the board. That would be nice, right? Why is it so dirty? It is a MacBook. My initials? No way. I'm taking the board out because I'm sure there'll be damage on the bottom as well. John says, I was looking at an old store on Google Maps that my grandfather used to rent in Manhattan. He left the place in the late 80s. From then to now, it is still empty. Honestly, that hit me in the feels. I'm not trying to be dramatic, but that actually kind of hit me in the feels. Because sometimes I talk about this stuff as if it's a recent event or a recent occurrence. But hearing that and realizing that it's been occurring for this much of a time, it really just kind of, I don't know, it makes me sad. It actually makes me a little sad inside. And I'll just leave it at that. So we're going to fix this board. Afterwards, I'm going to eat something, since I'm kind of getting hungry. And it's kind of tempting to go cam phone, but no, we're not going to do that. I've been getting a lot of spam in my YouTube suggested videos going over this Pokemon lady. And just to protest YouTube, I haven't clicked on it because I don't want to give the algorithm the idea that if they bombard me with something that I will click. But the sad thing is it actually kind of worked, because now I'm curious, like, what is the drama around the Pokemon? Also, I always thought that Pokemon was, like Pikachu, Charizard, Squirtle, Jigglypuff, Mewtwo, not some ethnically, what's the word I'm looking for? Confusing woman that may kind of sort of be Asian, but not sure. But it's been like, I've been getting like fucking bombarded nonstop. Like someone at YouTube really wants me to watch that. And I kind of, oh my God. Oh my God. What the oh jeez. Oh, son of a bitch. Dragon says, I agree. I'm a programmer, and here too many people don't seem to care about doing their job well. They basically want to do the bare minimum to get by and don't care about actually knowing their trade. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so it's something that gets me every time I see it. Yeah, it does me too. I think it starts with the mentality that people have entering college, that they're there to, quote, get a piece of paper. If you ask most people why they're in college, they'll tell you they're there to get a piece of paper that will allow them to get a job, and they hope that once they get that piece of paper that they're good. You know, the idea that you may be there to become skilled at something worthwhile, it just kind of escapes. To keep this simple, since this is a board repair random live stream, Christoph, if you have to ask, it probably is. Now, that is a much deeper philosophical question that you're asking there. But because entering that realm would really screw up my ability to focus on things that I want to focus on, for the purposes of this particular live stream, I kind of keep it at a, if you have to ask. All right, so the first area I'm going to work on is obviously the LED driver. Someone help Arthur. He has spilled liquid on his MacBook, and now his caps lock is stuck. Someone, help! Help! Too much solder on the center pad, as is my trademark. I got a 2015 A1503. The computer restarts when the lid is closed and opened. Sometimes it doesn't turn back on unless I reconnect the battery. Corrosion by the Hall sensor or an SMC issue, Philip? Computer restarts when the lid is closed. Restarts, lid is closed and open. That sounds like an SMC issue. That sounds like something to do with your SMC or some corrosion by your Hall sensor, if I had to guess. So, well, it's not that much of a security door, Cinevision, if all you have to do to get through it is blow up a battery. All you need to do to get through that security door is Baghdad your way out of it. Can't touch this. Do 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 do. Round round. Can't touch this. Do 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 do. Round round. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Do 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 do. There's this woman that used to work here a while back from Kazakhstan. She had this thick accent, and every now and then she would say, "Can't touch this. Do 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 do. Wow wow." It was the funniest thing in the world because she didn't even really like hip-hop, but she always get that stuck in her head. And she just burst into song, Kazakhstan accent and all, in the middle of a repair with customers in the store, and like, can't touch this, do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. She left because she got a college degree and then got a job at a hospital. I was very proud of her. She worked really hard. She earned the success that she got in life. When other people would say, screw this, she just kept working. and working and working. And oh man, the stuff that she had to deal with, other people probably would have just cried and retreated into a room. But she was the best. Strong spirit, strong soul, not lazy, committed. Doesn't matter where you start, you just keep always uplifting, cheerful. This MacBook kind of looks a little like my bicycle. Can't touch this. Doo, 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 doo. Can't touch this. Doo, 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 doo. Can't touch this. Doo, 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 doo. Enough to make me depressed if I think about it, William S. So I am not thinking about it right now. Can't touch this. Doo, 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 doo. No deadline for the wiki stuff. It's an ongoing thing that starts now and ends when I die. Or ends when you all die, I suppose, because the whole point of it is supposed to outlive me. Cannot touch this. Cannot touch this. Do, 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 do. I can touch this. Do, 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 do. I feel back because I cracked a joke in voice chat about being close to time for your bike to explode under the Williamsburg Bridge again. Sorry. No, man, it's funny. You don't apologize for things that are funny. Do me a favor. Never apologize for things that are funny. I can't get that thing back, so I might as well laugh about it. I won't tolerate you guys apologizing for things that are funny. This board is a disgrace. Hello, Catherine. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a lovely day. I also hope the best for your kitty cat. I hope that you and your cats are in better condition than this freaking board. Do you remember, Catherine, this time last year when I was talking about the 1 million subscriber party and throwing a 1 million subscriber party? I really thought back then, like, the worst case scenario that would keep it from happening is maybe the new store winds up taking up a little too much of my time and I'm not able to really get to it the way I want. I really didn't think this time last year that we'd be looking at a worldwide plague. That definitely was not on my list of possibilities. The world is a crazy place. It really is. Jeez. There's corrosion everywhere. There's such a steaming pile of shit. I made you a Roscon flyer too. Yeah. Now, first the thing keeping me busy was getting ripped off by the Eugene. Then there was the plague. Then there was the traveling for right to repair. Then the business picked up, and I had to catch up from where we were because we were behind since the people that were moving were not able to fix stuff. And then the plague hit. And then the plague hit. My phone is ringing. There's a call coming in from Idaho. Who the fuck are you? And why is my default Verizon ringtone on here? Hello. I've been qualified to drop my interest rate on my credit card? Man, ain't nobody ever gonna call me to tell me I can drop my interest rate on my credit card. You're full of shit. Scammer. Fuck out of here. Go off. Porch art. I could continue it because of mail-in business. But the thing is, it really is one of those things where the question then becomes, do I want to make more money? I don't want... So I'm really kind of basing the amount of rent that I pay based on the amount of walk-in business that is in the area. It really is going to come down to whether or not they are forgiving of this, what kind of... and how it goes going forward. Because walk-in really took a total shit. And it started to take a shit in April, May, June... July, August is starting to come back a little bit. It's kind of making a comeback, but we'll see how that is. But I imagine that a lot of businesses are going to be renegotiating their leases or working things out, and it's probably not going to be fun. Jesus Christ, this corroded shit is everywhere. These are those SMC, SDC, SDK resistors that always corrode. There's a pad that came off there, but no big deal. The jumper wire is incoming. The owner is getting a tremendous value. By the way, Mr. Tarman, how are you doing today? I hope you're having a lovely day. I hope life is going well for you and better every day. It is what it is, BC. I think that I got what I deserved because I decided to focus on a hobby for myself rather than my actual purpose in life, working until 1 in the morning and fixing MacBooks. I should know my place. It really is prophetic that literally the day that the last piece of that was supposed to arrive, that I was going to use to be able to go take a vacation on one charge. Literally the day that's supposed, 12 hours before it's supposed to happen is the day that it goes on fire. I mean, if that's not prophetic, I don't know what is. That is the universe telling me to know my place. You work on your business, you fix Mac, you show other how to fix Mac, and that's that. Like, sometimes it really does just feel like the universe is telling you to know your place. Know your role and shut your hole, as they would say. In the good old days, back before wrestlers killed their wives and children. Nice try. Speaking of stuff that should know its place, the resistors underneath the Thunderbolt chip. Know your place. This board does look like a cave from the cave where Corona was born. That's way too much solder. Way, way too much. Common failing of mine. Is it a failing or is it a warranty sticker? Depends on who you ask. Is anybody else at this point surprised that this machine ever turned on? Jesus Christ, man. Okay, so we are going to put the solder there. The last wire that I gotta run is a wire for the screen's backlight. Oh, also I gotta replace the damn capacitors in that area as well. This really is the never-ending board repair. And you ever see this movie, The Never-Ending Story? Never end. Alexa, play Despacito. Yeah. Yeah. I took the train of shame, high voltage. Paul called it the walk of shame when I came in. Alexa, play Despacito. Alexa, play Despacito. Alexa, play Despacito. Alexa. Wait a sec. Do people really have Alexas that get turned on by me? No way. No way. Oh my god. Alexa, go to pornhub.com, Katya Kassen. Oh, this is gonna make up for my day. Alexa, Google bestiality porn. Image search. I don't like Alexas very much, and I wouldn't want one in my home. This may be a good way to discourage my subscribers from having them in their home. That thing seriously can get turned on by voices that are not yours? Okay, but no, if I can get people in trouble with the FBI... I mean, do you not see the weakness in this fucking system if I'm able to do this? I should not be able to do this as a live stream. Alexa, Buy 50 gallons of Amtech Flux from store.rossmangroup.com. Alexa, tell Tarman Lewis says he's sorry. Alexa, why are so many people unsubscribing from my channel? Alexa can be activated by text-to-speech. Some guy donated with the text. Alexa, call a number that I'm not reading out loud because that's kind of too fucked up even for me. Yeah, that's... Why cut you cussing someone at? Oh. I don't know. Someone was mentioning... After the Never-Ending Story, they started mentioning German culture, so... Yeah. We should show some appreciation for German culture. Alexa, play Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up. Alexa, buy Tarman a 2004 Ferrari Enzo with Jeff Bezos' money. Okay, it's getting stale. Alexa, tell me why my bike went on fire when I was using the battery to 1/4 its rated capacity with a circuit breaker, and it wasn't even moving. Alright, LCD backlight's the top one. I just got to get a jumper wire that'll fit. Let me just get some magnet wire. Be right back. Today I learned that I can trigger my stream viewer's Alexa by saying Alexa and then giving a command. May I have a piece of thick wire, please? Oh, yay.
Ooh.
Whoa, that never happens. It's actually unspooling properly.
Kind of.
What happened to that?
I don't know.
You don't just yank it?
Most of the time.
Thank you. This is a generous piece of wire. Ludwig, thank you very much. I'm back. I got my wire. It's a nice little magnet wire. First thing I gotta do is tin it. There's not enough flux here, so it's gonna be a really crappy tin job. Very crappy tin job. Tin job. Alexa, Google rim job. Alexa says, Lewis, bite me. This has got to be so much fun for kids. Are you able to have an Alexa in the house if you have children, or do they just do this or find ways to screw with you all day? My God, if this shit existed when I was a kid, I would have been fucking with my parents all day long. I'd be hiding tape players in the house powered by relays or shit that I could activate by phone. Like, it would be non-stop fucking with them. I don't know how I'd be able to control myself. I really don't. Smart plugs, smart fridges, smart watches, smart lighting. Only people remain stupid. That is prophetic. I found the corrosion in the SMC. Thanks for the good diagnosis. Did I seriously fix your computer through chat? Wow. Philip. It's good to see I haven't lost it. I'm glad that you fixed your computer through chat. I'm really glad to hear it. Shit like that makes me happy even when Cam is not picking up the phone. There we go. I think he's afraid of another Cam phone. You guys killed him with the pings last time, until he was literally already dead. Alexa, buy the Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx. I'm sorry, I cannot purchase that for you. Profit is theft. Oh. Cam was eating. Do you see the excuses that people come up with when they get to work from home? This is the problem with work from home. Cam was able to eat because I can't see him. Now, if someone at the store tries to eat, we immediately start beating them. But I can't tell if you're eating at home. And even if I do know that you're eating, how do we discipline you for it? Next thing, people are going to want 8-hour work days. Sick days. We can always tighten that wire later. Alexa, order me a Lenovo ThinkPad P53. Alright, so what are the chances that this board will work? Oh man, look at my desk. It's filled with board. Little pieces of board. Gross. Yeah. Junk everywhere. Rubbish. Rubbish. With... Hi has returned to his college education, so you guys won't be seeing him for a while. Man, look at how filthy the machine this was attached to is. Gross. Alexa, buy me the NVIDIA RTX 3090 Founders Edition. Oh man. Someone who didn't set their Alexa to specifically be set to their voice is probably in the poorhouse right now. Alexa, fix my credit score. Wait a second. I did all of that work. All of that stuff that I did, every single component I replaced, worked on by the SMC, the Thunderbolt area, the memory area, the screen power area, and after all of the work that I did I seriously leave this on the board? Oh, hell no. 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 Get the... No, you're getting plowed. You're getting Mr. Plowed. You hear that? You ready? Beautiful. That's all I wanted. A destroyed, humble JTAG connector. Do you see how humble that JTAG connector has been made? Humble bumble. Humble bumble bumble bumble, humble bumble bumble bumble. Humble for fumble. All right, backlight is present. I'll show you in a moment once the question mark folder comes on the screen. That's it for today, and as always, I hope you learned something. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now. And please try to treat your MacBook just a little bit better than this one, because this is not an easy thing to come back from, my friends. This is not an easy thing to come back from. See you next time. Cut. Okay, there's a little piece. Now there's something hiding, and I need to find it. Something decided to go hiding. Piece of shit. Where the hell did I put this? It was right in front of me. Until it wasn't. It was right in front of me until it wasn't. Where are you? Here, come here, here. Where'd you go, you little bastard? Oh, come on. Well, I got to find something. Where did you go, you little bastard? You're gonna be in this how I last look, aren't you? Stuff you want is always in the last place. I guess it's always gonna be in the last place because you stop looking after you find it. Wouldn't really make sense to continue looking now, would it? That would be stupid. Aha, you little fuck. Bastard. The screws got stuck in the in the shelf. They stuck to the back of the shelf. Get back up here. Go in my little baggie. There's still more to be reworked on this, isn't there? 2 things that I should rework, but I should eat first. I think I'm going to eat first, and then I'll move on to the next one. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, I hope that you learned something. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, the coder, as well. I really appreciate it. Thank you.